What is going on, everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. And so here go another video, but this video is about the Guild Wars 2. And I guess I can call that as a first impression video. So just as a starter, I played the game for about maybe 4 or 5 days. So I played casually, not too crazy, didn't push a lot. I mean, last night I actually had to go a little bit, further, take a step further to actually get to the level 80. So that's why I am right now level 80, and after the level 80 it actually goes to your mastery ranks and stuff like that. So which is, for now it's a little bit confusing to me, but I will get to it anyway. But today is the first impression video of the Guild Wars 2. Again, 4 to 5 days I'm playing this game, and so far, what I can tell in general, I do enjoy playing the game. So there is a lot of things, I have to learn. Of course, it's something new. The game is completely new to me as well. A few things here and there, I actually, kind of knew how they actually works, because let's say like abilities, for example, I can switch between 2 different sets, and because of the weapons I'm using, and of course the ability is actually attached to the weapons that I'm using. So if we're gonna go to the equipment, there is a one set and then there's a second set. So I'm using a great sword because of my level 80. It's elite specialization, and of course if I wouldn't have that one, I could probably use the staff. But yeah, the abilities attached to your weapons, different weapons have different abilities, of course, but it only works for those, for like damage dealing abilities, right? So for your attacking abilities, you do have your personal abilities for each class, like utilities, I guess, some buffs, debuffs and stuff like that, which you can find in your training window. And there's a bunch of different like skills trees that you can actually learn abilities. See, at some point, you can learn all of them because you will have enough points to actually learn. As you can see right now, through level 1 to 80, I was actually able to learn all of this here, plus some of my elite profession, I guess. So just not a lot, because requires a lot of hero points. But anyway, so your skills, your specializations, kind of an extra like passive, I guess, abilities during the abilities you're using. So there's a lot of things, that you can actually build into it and stuff like that, and make, different builds and setups, for different occasions, PvE, PvP, raids, world bosses, open world, whatever. So the way that actually open world, it kind of more of a, not like open world, but more of a like instanced open world, I would say, or just maybe open world just with the sections, different maps, because you can see that every section has like a specific level of that specific map, but there is a teleports between them where you can run back and forth. You have a small loading screen between them. I'm not sure how you can call it. It kind of an open world, just separated with instances, I guess, different levels of maps and stuff like that. So anyway, and it's a huge, there's a lot of things, I guess, right here you can see and explore. I think Ring of Fire, it's probably some expansion stuff, some maps for the expansions. But in general, like, you have all this space right here where you can explore, kill some mobs and stuff like that, do some events that happen in time to time. I'm not sure if there's anything happens right now, but yeah, there's always something happening where you can get experience, some drops and stuff like that. So far, it was a pretty good experience. I didn't have any troubles as a new player. I was kind of confused for a moment, like, okay, what am I supposed to do here and there? But then it's like kind of boom, popped out, and like, oh, okay, that's what am I supposed to do. So it's not too confusing. There is always something that might actually help you out to, navigate you and stuff like that. And of course, as far as I know, the community is very helpful as well. So if you have any, like, you see the guy running like high level, whatever, you can usually see if they high level when they have the star right next to their name. You can ask a question even in the chat. I'm not sure how the chat actually works as well, because I didn't talk much. I was just focusing on the leveling, storyline and stuff like that. So that's that. There's what, 9 classes. 1 class is locked behind the expansions that you can get, and there's expansions. It's in the story. You can see Heart of Thorns, Living Path of Fire, and stuff like that. So the only 1 class is actually locked behind the expansion. But it's not a big deal. You still have 8 classes to choose from. They're all pretty good to play with, I guess. And so you can just choose what you want and just play. Some classes are actually harder to master, I guess, what I heard from people and stuff like that. But yeah, so I didn't join the guild yet, but yes, you can join multiple guilds. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guilds you can join and stuff like that. And you can, of course, chat between each guild, you know, do some stuff with everybody. So there is some certain stuff, like I said earlier, that I knew already because I did play Elder Scroll Online, and they do have similar things as the Guild Wars 2 have it. So that's kind of you know, helped me out, I guess, at that point. So I already, you know, wasn't too new to certain things in the Guild Wars 2. Another cool part, you know, that I do like is, of course, the gem store is all about the cosmetics, all about just the XP boost and stuff like that. So there is no pay to win things, nothing that will make your character overpowered and stuff like that. Another part that's gemstones, you can exchange the currency, which is really good. So you don't have to spend actual real money to get the gems if you wanted gems to get some cosmetics, some skins for your mounts and for your weapons, whatever. Or, you know, if you have a lot of money that you can get gems and then convert gems to gold. Let's say if you don't want, I guess, you know, farm and stuff like that, you can just use the gold to buy stuff from other people because we have the trading post. The only problem with the trading post that it's locked behind the expansions as well. So you have to get, I think, one of the expansions in order to unlock the trading post. So that's kind of a one downside in order of that. But you know, you can buy items, you can sell items, you can buy whatever you want, armor, weapons, upgrade components, skins. You can buy armor skins, weapon skins, crafting materials if you want to craft. Of course, there's a crafting system as well, some other stuff like buffs, food effects, utilities effect. There is a lot of things you can buy from the trading post, people selling all of that. And of course, it requires silver, bronze, gold, whatever. I think the only crafting items, like crafting sets, you can only get by crafting. I'm assuming you can still buy it from the person. It just should be like a more of a, like, you know, personal contact. You, like, you know, you contact the person like, hey, can you you know, can you make this item for me? I'll buy it for, you know, whatever price. I guess that's possibly how it works. So I'm not actually 100% sure about that, but I believe you can buy a crafting items or crafting set pieces from other people. I'm not sure what's happening here, but okay. So of course we do have PvP. We do have world versus world, which is also PvP, but between worlds. Like, so the world, I guess, means like North America against whatever. So there's 3 worlds, as you can see, and of course there's a points, whatever. So I don't really know how exactly that thing works, but there is a world v world PvP stuff, sieges, I guess, stuff like that. So as a new player, like I said, I didn't have any problems, you know, progressing, getting gear. I didn't stuck. I was just always have, like, you know, something to do, and there is something to learn and stuff like that. And of course, I guess your main focus just to level up to level 80, do the storyline every 10 levels. So the storyline available only level 10, level 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. And of course, the additional storylines comes with the expansions and stuff like that. The one thing, actually, when I hit the level 80, the one thing I noticed that in order to start actually unlock the masteries, because even if you hit the level 80, all of this will be like locked, right? Like with a lock. So even the central tier and stuff like that. In order to unlock the central tier, you do have to do some, I think I heard this, to do some quests, like a storyline. And the thing I found is the Heart of Thorns you have to complete the Thorn from the Sky, which this is the expansion. So you have to actually buy the expansion in order to start figuring out the masteries. Of course, I got the expansion, so I didn't have any problems with that. I just had to take complete just at least this one, and then working back on my story or main story. So that's kind of a one downside, you know. They could have done it a little bit different, I guess, but I think it works, you know. You still can, even without the masteries, I believe you can still get to the point, you know, where you can experience certain things like raids and stuff like that. Some big dungeons, whatever, you know, crazy bosses and shit like that. And yeah, so that's one of the part, you know, that I don't really kind of, you know, not that I don't like. I would say it's kind of like weird that it's locked behind that, especially for the masteries. I would understand certain other things would be locked by expansions, but I guess, you know, I don't know. I'm only playing 4 days, alright? I'm not going to just say why it's bad or good, whatever. If it works, it works. People like it, that's fine with me. So, just a little bit weird, but anyway, so continue to whatever. What else? The leveling part is also pretty easy. So like I said, I didn't have any problems. I was simply just doing the maps completions, because you can see like right here. Let's see if I'm gonna hover that one. So completion 100%. I was just completing one map, one by one. You know, every map, completion, all of that stuff. But most of the experience you get from the hearts. Any other like vistas and unlocking the teleports or waypoints they call them, or the point of interest, you know, they do get small amount of XP, but most of the experience you get from the hearts, because it's asking you to do some certain tasks and stuff like that, and when you complete it you get some reward, some karma, which is the currency, and the experience, of course. Another part where you can get a bunch of experience that I was using actually as well, while you're doing something in the map, there is always might something happen, like some sort of small events that you have to either defense or kill some mobs, or something else, you know, to do something like gather this, bring it that thing to that person, or NPCs, you know, stuff like that. So like, there's always something happening, and those things that actually gives you a lot of experience as well, plus possibly some, you know, other stuff like gear. And speaking of gear, actually, like I said before, that I didn't have problems with that too. First of all, you get some pieces you can choose while you doing the storyline. So every 10 levels, you can at least get some pieces from there. You can also get gear, I believe, from those events that happening in the map. So I think usually it drops from like if you kill somebody, you know, kill little bosses here and there, and or mobs. I think you, as far as I remember, I think you can get it from there as well. But there's always the places while you leveling where you get the gear from. I think every time you level up, there's certain levels that also gives you the pieces, like as a reward for reaching certain level, gear pieces you can get and stuff like that. And again, like if you completely want to try the game and you're free to play player, you don't want to buy expansions yet, of course the trading post will be locked for you. So, but you can still get the gear pretty much from anything else while you know, progressing through maps and level your character. I don't think there is a problem with that. Another thing that, you know, I do like that there's a scaling system. If let's say I'm level 80, for example, right now, and I'm gonna go to map that level 55 to 65, and there's an area of mobs that they are level 55, so my character will be level 55 as well, and all of my stats will drop to that level. All of my power, toughness, like all this stuff right here will drop to level 55, which is pretty cool. It makes sense, you know, and I don't have problems with that. I always have, you know, I always can kill the enemies pretty easy, you know, nothing like that. So like always, I can always do stuff. So it depends again on the enemy, you know. There is some little bosses that requires more people to actually kill it. Sometimes you can kill it by yourself, but there is some bosses, you know, you have to have at least like 2-3, you know, more people to actually do it. But it's all, again, it's more of like an event happening on the map as well. So another part that I think tomorrow I will post the video that I attempted actually the first world boss. So when I started playing, and I think I was level 60, and I believe I was level 60 or something like that. And so I was, not just minding my own business, running around and just doing some quests here and there, doing those little events on the map, completing the maps and stuff like that. And then I see something, that something popped on the map and it's like a big red circle. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. And from far away, I was seeing like a giant, some kind of a dragon, whatever the hell that thing was. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta have to check it out. When I got there, there was so many people. I even was lagging a little bit because of so many people was actually killing it, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I realized that it's some kind of a world boss, and that thing is huge. So I will post the video tomorrow. I'll probably gonna talk about more about the game, while I'm playing during that video as well and stuff like that. So yeah, as far as playing the game for 4 days, I really enjoy it. I don't have any problems with anything at the moment. Of course, after the level 80, you're gonna have to, a little bit do the research and stuff like that, what needs to be done, what you can do at level 80 and things like that. So, but there is a bunch of videos that people talk about it, what you can do and probably how to do it. So of course, I will definitely gonna try those things out. And, there is a daily stuff that you can do, I guess. But in general, with all the crafting trading system, exchanging gold and gems to gold, gold to gems and stuff like that. Look at that mount, there's a bunch of skins for the mounts, bunch of cosmetics you can play with. Of course, it takes time to actually get those stuff, but at some point you will get it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all for now, I guess. There is nothing else I can actually say. Well, I can say one more thing. The storyline is actually really, really cool and interesting. So if you want to try and play Guild Wars 2, if you never tried it, I would definitely recommend try it out. You don't have to spend a lot of time to actually, figure out if you're really gonna like the game or not. The only one problem I noticed that all the mounts are also locked behind the expansion, and the expansion is, I believe, Path of Fire. This is the one I have to start to actually go through, and then you can unlock certain mounts after that. That's kind of a bummer as well. So I would, I would be nice as a free-to-play player has at least maybe some kind of a mount that you can get it for free by like maybe storyline, maybe some kind of a side quest. I don't know, but that would be really, really nice because that way you don't have to freaking run like that on your own. At least some kind of a little mount that speed up a little bit, how you running from point A to point B and stuff like that. But that's pretty much all. I don't think anything else I found like terrible or bad that I don't really like. For now, everything is smooth, everything is good. Of course, I'm gonna have to learn again the stuff that I have to do at level 80. And yeah, for now, that's pretty much all for now. If you do have any questions, if you never played the game, please leave them in the comment section down below. I would recommend to try it out if you want to. I'm on a North American server. If you play the game and you quit it, let me know as well in the comment section why. And again, if you're still playing the game, also let me know why. So I just really want to know, what's your opinion, what you see in a game, because if you played for a long time, pros and cons, I really would like to hear that as well. And so yes, I'm gonna end up video on this note. And again, if you liked it, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, that you're not gonna miss any new video I post. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord server. All the links you can find in the description. And until the next time, take care.